Guys, welcome to the brand new channel of Cracking Servicenow Interview, and this is the place where you will definitely get all the Servicenow interview questions, particularly if you are a developer or as an architect or a Servicenow tester applying for jobs. And I can assure that almost 95% of interview questions are covered in these sections. I have tried to cover interview questions for each section wise, and today we are going to cover the real topic of real emerging and booming technology of ServiceNow, which is basically that generative AI. So in my earlier video I have tried to tell that, which was basically tell me about yourself. You have to focus 3 to 4 points about your generative AI or Now Assist or virtual agent experience in your resume, so that it should be mentioned in resume as well as in the tell me about yourself section, so that they have the knowledge that you have that age, like okay, he is updated with the current emerging trend of service now, because organizations are hiring just by wildfire for these emerging keywords. So definitely you have to be brush up with these keywords and what exactly ServiceNow is providing in this generative AI or virtual agent, of how it is mapped with this existing thing of ServiceNow, like how it is working with flow designer, and what is exactly performance analytics, what is exactly predictive intelligence, what you are getting in that Now Assist. All these things definitely you have to include in your tell me about yourself as well as resume. So I have also informed that you have to show that you have created 5 to 6 POCs. If you are appearing for an architect position, at least you have to say that I have created 5 to 6 POCs. POCs is basically proof of concept, which you are highlighting in your resume, like I have done this POC. POC, we can say it is a small project which is using these technologies, like I'm showcasing a feature of virtual agent, and using my virtual agent these things can be automated, in which were not available in the traditional manner. So believe me, if you are highlighting these things, then definitely it's 100% boost to your profile. So if you are telling that tell me about yourself and not covering these things, then there is nothing interesting for the interviewer to explore, because interviewer is not just asking the questions or formality. He also want to get that knowledge that okay, these are the emerging technology I should be aware of and I also should have knowledge about. And if that candidate has that experience or knowledge, then definitely he want to take that knowledge from you. Okay, so today's topic is generative AI. So what exactly ServiceNow is providing in this generative AIs, and this is available from Vancouver version and Otter. So if you are just telling some these generative AI and all, you should be aware that which version you are working or in which version you have implemented this. You cannot say that prior to Vancouver you have done all these things in your. So be careful whatever thing you are focusing or projecting in your interview and resume. Okay, so generative AI, broadly saying, these covers these 6 sections, we can say. First is that Now Assist. So this is the logo. If you will install the Now Assist feature in your ServiceNow plugin, so this logo will be visible and it will be available in that top right, we can say. Whenever you click that Now Assist, it will give you a personalized AI summary or assistance for all the tasks which you are getting. So suppose you are going through a series of incidents in the list view, but if you are just click that Now Assist, then it will showcase all these incidents detail, not only incidents, but what are the deep insights into that incident, like okay, these incidents were in this software development category, and 80% of these incidents were assigned to this group, and that is the particular person which was assigned 70% of tickets. So like these type of insights are given if you have installed the Now Assist feature. It is an out-of-box feature and it can provide assistance in every model, not only incident but in change, problem, along with that whatever dashboards you have created. So it is we can say a ready-made AI feature which is provided by ServiceNow. Further, you can configure Now Assist in a deep manner, means very detailing what are the things which you want to showcase, what are the things which you want to get help from Now Assist. All these things will be covered in Now Assist. And second one is that natural language understanding. So natural language understanding is basically the word which is available naturally, which humans told naturally. Like if I am just a employee of an organization, I just want my experience certificate. So I will ping a person of HR and I will ask that okay, I want my experience certificate for the period since when I have joined this organization. But this is, I can say, this is the natural language I am expressing the query. But it must be machine readable so that this machine can understand that out of three lines he have the ability to know that okay, this person wants the experience certificate. So exactly it should out of that 5 sentences it should pick out the thing, okay, this is the requirement like experience certificate. Then he will provide the same thing. For this one resource, like HR person's time was utilized for this providing support. But if the thing can be automated, if the machine is able to understand the natural language, then these things can easily be captured and easily be provided. So that part is covered in natural language understanding. And the query which we are providing, that is called a natural language query. So using the data we have to get, okay, these are the natural language query, and from these we have to play with that natural language query and generate the relevant result. So these languages are trained, lakhs and crores of sentences are trained by machines, so that by machine learning technology, so that it can be easily understandable. Because in different regions people ask the same thing in a different way, so the natural language query should be properly trained. And next part is that predictive intelligence, where we are generating some ML based solution using predictive intelligence for our service now. Like in predictive intelligence I am just creating some wizards which are basically showing that average response time of an incident. So we have to provide these queries are demanding, and we can say that these are available in the wizard format when we are implementing the predictive intelligence. So these things are covered in predictive intelligence. And regarding document intelligence, we can say that when we are dealing with similar type of documents, suppose there is passport. In US there are maximum 3 or 4 types of passports available in this series of 100 years. Means format are generally not changed, but by default within 30 to 40 years they are changing. Like in every passport the name is there in a particular location, the age is there in a particular location, and obviously the age is written below the age column, and similarly the address is mentioned in a particular location. So instead of going through each passport and creating a database, if the document intelligence is enabled, we can simultaneously process lakhs of document, lakhs of passport at a time. We can take all these passport details of our employee and create a table out of that, okay, and create a report like I just want to provide these training to the female employee only. So it will pick that employee details from the employee database and provide these training for female employees. Like this, all the thing can be easily automated using these document intelligence. And similarly, if these reports are available with our database, we can create several tasks out of that. Like I have showed that from passport details, the employees, if 500 employees details are taken from his passport which are submitted, I can say that okay, provide this training to these 500, these particular 300. So for that, out of that document this task was created, or out of that database this task was automated. So this type of thing is covered in task intelligence. So when we cover about this generative AI, so what are the benefits? If the interviewer asks about what is generative AI, you have to touch down these 6 points. And what are the benefits of generative AI? Like these are the basic, like they are generating text to summarize the thing, and these are the they are providing that natural language model, large language model, and all these things. And you must have idea regarding how you are installing the generative AI. Like what is the, as I have said, that minimum hardware patch 2 is required for going for generative AI. And after that you have to go for installing the Now Assist plugin. How you have done the installation, you have to be sure about the steps or where exactly you have navigated. All these things are covered. And after the plugin is installed from Servicenow, how you are interacting, you have to tell about that. So all these things are covered in this thing, in this document. And along with that, if you want that generative AI, how this generative AI is working with your existing flow or flow designer. Workflow is outdated, but flow designer is in hot demand, and you have to be idea regarding how the flow designer is covered and how it is interacting with generative AI. Like it is providing information sequentially so that the flow can be easily summarized, and how you have to integrate this flow designer you can just tell in the process automation phase. Like this is the flow work node summary is there. You have to select the trigger, and in trigger you have to go for each record and update the thing. So you can configure the thing. So if the interviewer asks about generative AI, at least tell that okay, you know, or you have done, you have the theoretical knowledge of generative AI. Along with that, you have that idea how it was integrated with flow designer. So just cover all these things, how you have to add the filter so that relevant result can be filtered out, and all these things, and how the trigger is working, how the summarize section is working in generative AI. You have done this detailing, so you have to touch all these points in a series sequential manner, so that the interviewer know that okay, this guy have the knowledge of all these configuration of flow designer using generative AI. Okay, and be practical with some of the examples, so that real-time examples are there. I will cover in a separate sections how these generative AI we can use to create POCs and all. So all these things is covered within this generative AI. And the next section is virtual agent, we can say. So virtual agent, we can simply in layman's word we can say that it's a chatbot kind of thing. So in virtual agent we can generate the AI flow, we can improve the self-service, like instead of directly disturbing the customer care associates, or instead of hiring 100 customer care associates, we have to hire only 20 to 30, and rest it will be handled by the virtual agent. It will be so much so well trained so that these answers will be easily provided. And how this virtual agent is able to provide the analytics and all, you have to tell base about the virtual agent. And along with that, how you have done the implementation of virtual agent step by step. So when I say about step by step, you have to tell first I have to activated the plugin, then I have created the intent, then I have built the dialog flow, then I have run the simple script in VA dialog box. So these technical terms you have to definitely touch about, and some scripting knowledge also you have to show. If you are new to scripting, then also no issue, but you have to touch these things in a sequence manner so that interviewer knows that okay, this guy know about these things in a detailed manner. He will remember the scripting. So you can say that these virtual agent configuration I have done recently, that's why I remember this much and all. And these are the benefits of virtual agent, why it is used for a large language model, how it is configuration is done, all these things is covered. And definitely he want to know that how detail you are into virtual agent, so he will ask how you have done the configuration. Whatever terminology you are telling, you know that how it is configured in Servicenow from very scratch. Okay, so when telling about the configuration of virtual agent, you have to tell these are the prerequisite. I have gone for this prerequisite, then I have done the enabling of virtual agent, then I have gone for this configuration, then I have built the conversation, and then I have integrated the NLP, and then gone for the virtual agent detailing and deploy the virtual agent over there. And finally I have to monitor how the virtual agent is behaving. First you have to touch that these are the things which you are going to tell in detailing. So if the interviewer is interested, then you can tell more detailing, like in prerequisite section, the role must be proper, the virtual agent plugin must be activated, and how I have set up the NLP for this workbench. And in configuration, you can say that in virtual agent, I have done the configuration, like I have gone to this navigation virtual agent designer, and I have created a new topic, and I have added that full flow designer over there. And finally I have integrated with NLP. So at least if the interviewer is asking about virtual agent, these things you must be aware about, and try to tell that interviewer, okay, I have an idea regarding all this. If you want to ask me, then I can go ahead in this direction. So you have to touch, like I have done the implementation of virtual agent step by step. I have also explored the features of all these virtual agent. If what are the benefits, I have idea regarding that, so that I can configure the thing in a properly. So like this, for one question at least you have to prepare in a thorough way. And the second section, which is basically in the generative AI, that is basically performance analytics. So similarly here also they will ask what is exactly performance analytics. We can say that okay, these are the performance analytics features. Performance analytics, as I have seen, that it basically provides some tools and capabilities to track, measure and analyze the data across the Servicenow platform for better decision making. Earlier it was simply dashboard, but now the reports are AI generated, and all these things can easily be handled and created using widgets if you have just installed the performance analytics plugin. If you have installed the performance analytics plugin, you will be surprised to see what detailed and complex reports can easily be generated, because those are already available in template format. Okay, so what is the purpose, you can see, and how the reporting can be done using performance analytics. What are the new features, like getting the detail from various pivot tables, pie charts, all these things are there. And I will try to show that real-time scenarios which I have created using performance analytics. And what are the dashboards. Earlier it was simple dashboards, now these are interactive widgets and interactive reporting done using performance analytics. And along with that, it comes readily integrated with predictive intelligence, so that AI/ML based analytics can easily be provided. And also how we are using that now intelligence, using some NLQ, virtual agent, all these things are covered in now intelligence. And when you are going for performance analytics, how you have done the tool, how you have done the configuration from very basic, you can just highlight all these things. And definitely the performance analytics, first question is, have you configured it in a detailed manner? You say yes, I have done this configuration. And these are the 6 pages, you can say. In first phase I have done for the prerequisite and planning. In the second phase I have gone for the configuration, foundation data configuration. In the third phase I have done the defined the metrics. In the fourth phase I can say I have configured the data and how the data are collected. I have done that. And fifth phase I have resumed the data, I have visualized the data using various dashboards and reports. Okay, and finally you can say that I have done the maintenance and improvement. Along with that, if the interviewer wants to know that okay, how you have collected the data, or how you have defined your metrics or indicators over there, then you can definitely say that in indicator I have created an indicator in performance analytics, and I have filled these tabs like name, data type, source, filter condition and all. Then I have added the breakdown, because these are the basic things which are covered in performance analytics. So all these things you have to touch down, so that for each topic we have prepared the detailed document, so that if you cannot say that even a single question is missed. And these are my interview experience, and these are prepared out of almost 80 to 90 interviews which are faced in recent years only. And along with that, the predictive intelligence is there. What exactly predictive intelligence does, like predictive incident category, predicting case summary, predicting resolution time, all these things are covered in predictive intelligence. Okay, and how you have enabled the predictive intelligence, what is the prerequisite, what is the implement, and how the configure the fast predictor, all these things are detailed mentioned in this document. So and it's not about the deployment and experience, but also how you are monitoring and maintaining the thing. And finally you can say that these are the features, and if you want to drill down into a particular section like how you have done the deployment, then you can say that I have activated the predictor, I have gone for the testing the connections, and I have provided the learning feedback and all these things. And finally, the last section says now assist, where we are covering that key feature what are covered in now assist is basically what are the key features, the summarization, the generative AI search, the content creation, how the code is flown, all these things is covered over here. And what the benefits why you are using this now assist, and what is the responsible AI, there is a new topic, responsible AI, how it is implemented, why it is available, all these things are covered in this. So this is all about the emerging technology, and I will create a separate section for how this generative AI is used using virtual agent, or what is the POCs which can be created using virtual agent, and how the performance analytics is done, what is the POC which I have implemented real case scenarios with ChatGPT or integrating virtual agent, all these things is covered in separate video. Thank you for your time, and if you like the channel or if you want more interview questions, just ping me in this channel so that I will be more inspired and keep on adding videos, and we can create a separate batch and continue adding all these questions and all. Thank you so much.